Fan theory. Sorthoryos is Skull Island, and the world of ice and fire is a forgotten prehistoric epoch of Earth theory. Premise: what if a song of ice and fire isn't just fantasy, but deep mythological history? What if the continents of Westeros, Essos, and Sorthoryos once existed on our own Earth, in a forgotten prehistoric age, eventually destroyed or reshaped by cataclysmic magic, extinction events, or the rise of modern humanity? And what if the last remnant of that world still exists, hidden and untouched on Skull Island, the modern-day echo of ancient Sorthoryos? Part I. The mystery of Sorthoryos. Sorthoryos is the least explored and most mysterious continent in George R.R. Martin's world. It's vast, jungle-covered, plagued by giant reptiles, venomous beasts, ancient ruins, and diseases no Meister can cure. The Valyrians tried to colonize it and failed. Canon details: the Basilisk Isles are haunted and lawless. Cities vanish into the jungle overnight. Creatures there are unnatural in size and ferocity. No accurate map exists. Sailors return mad or not at all. This is strikingly familiar to the modern legends surrounding Skull Island, a land hidden in equatorial fog, teeming with impossible life. Dinosaurs, insects the size of cars, primordial flora, and of course, the Titan, King Kong. Part 2. Geographic parallels. Sorthoryos is described as humid, volcanic, and tropical, rife with ancient ruins and megafauna. It's often ignored by the rest of the world, just like Skull Island, which is isolated by treacherous seas, uncharted on modern maps, and surrounded by a perpetual storm system. In many King Kong canons, Skull Island is constantly shifting, vanishing, or magically hidden from GPS and satellites, just as Sorthoryos seems to elude the Maester's maps. Could this be the result of ancient magic, or the lingering effects of Valyrian sorcery gone wrong? Part 3. The Titan Connection. In the Monsterverse, Legendary Pictures, Kong is part of an ancient species known as Titans, creatures who ruled the earth before mankind. In Asoyaf, there are tales of giants, dragons, krakens, and other massive beasts, many of which disappeared after the doom of Valyria, or the rise of the first men. What if the Titans in King Kong lore are survivors of Asoyaf's Age of Heroes? Perhaps Kong is not just a giant ape, but a mythic holdover. The same way dragons once ruled the skies of Westeros, maybe Skull Island Sorthoryos is the last cradle of this ancient world, preserved by isolation and magical protection. Then Part 4, The End of Magic and the Rise of Man. Asoyaf is a tale of magic dying. The children of the forest, the dragons, the White Walkers, and the old gods are all fading or gone. Perhaps the end of the series represents the waning of the magical epoch, ushering in a mundane world, our world. This mirrors Tolkien's idea that Middle-earth became our Earth once magic faded. As Valyria fell and Westeros industrialized, the last magical remnants were pushed into hiding. The children to their forests, the Titans to their island, and the dragons to extinction. Eventually, the continents of Westeros and Essos were destroyed by time, tectonics, and rising seas, leaving only one pocket of their world preserved: Sorthoryos, now Skull Island. Part 5. Deep Time and Ancient Ruins. Both King Kong and Asoyaf are full of ancient civilizations and ruins lost to time. Skull Island has temples and carvings hinting at a forgotten human culture that worshipped Kong, possibly descendants of the Nati, Giscari, or even Valyrian refugees who fled the doom and found themselves marooned. Could the Skull Islanders be the last descendants of the great Empire of the Dawn, or old Valyria, reduced to tribal memory and primal worship? Final twist. The White Walkers were the Titans' opposites. In Osoyath, the White Walkers come from the far north, bringing death and winter. In the Monsterverse, the Titans are natural forces meant to restore balance to a broken world. Could Kong be not just a beast, but the counterforce to the Long Night? Perhaps in ancient myth, Kong, or something like him, stopped the White Walkers once before. The balance of ice and fire isn't just about Westeros. It's about the whole ecosystem of magic and myth. Epilogue. The final bridge. What if the Maesters lied? What if the Maesters suppressed knowledge of Sorthoryos, like Skull Island, to protect the world? What if they feared the return of dragons, giants, or ancient titans? What if the myths of old didn't die, but were sealed away? And now, in our time, we've found their last refuge. We call it Skull Island, but its real name was Sorthoryos.